You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, the NBA changed the lottery odds in 2019 to encourage competition among its conference's least successful teams. But some want even more to be done. They call for eliminating the draft altogether. Another potential solution? A play-in tournament for teams 7 through 10 in each conference, which would eliminate the need for trying not to win as much as possible during the regular season. However it's done, the league has stated its desire for parity. Kevin?
Great, DA. Thanks. Doris, you look at these two teams, both with strong rebounding numbers.
Kevin, we are talking about two teams who play a physical, aggressive style. There is no back down on either side. I would anticipate a rugged interior game that might lead to a little bit of chippiness right up your alley, Kevin.
Oh, don't we love these kind of games? I mean, these are a blast to call.
No doubt.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point guard position. Now, here is George.
Right here. Step out of that. Screen.
Hardaway with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got the game going with his first points of the game for Dallas. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, you think back to the quadriceps injury that derailed almost all of the 2018 season for Kawhi Leonard. I'll tell you, he is back to peak form and reminding us that he is elite on both the offensive and defensive ends.
The free throw drops for Leonard. And you talk about the best two-way player in the NBA. I think a lot of people, Doris, would put Kawhi Leonard at the top of that list.
Let's remember, Kawhi's a former Defensive Player of the Year, averaging over 25 points a game for a season. He doesn't necessarily wow you with his eye-popping athleticism, but the reality is this: Kawhi Leonard is a multi-time champion.
Leonard hits them both. And he's known as the Claw. Kawhi Leonard, Doris, with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
Now Beverly, following the Porzingis miss from deep. George, no good. Porzingis looking it over. Fades. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, that's where Porzingis loves to operate. That jump shot has become a signature weapon, gentlemen.
George, that's a 2-pointer, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Hardaway kicks to Doncic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, The Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Two.
That free throw good from Doncic. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title, EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
He's perfect from the line this time.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Beverly for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last time they met was in Dallas.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Yeah, some of their starters had to take an early seat on the bench, and that ruined the rhythm and flow they were trying to establish.
Here's George. After Luka Doncic's bucket, can't hit from the elbow.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Shoots the 3. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Doncic has got 7 points.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Now here's Leonard. 23 points for him the last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. That one good for 2.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
Doncic, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Now, here's George. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
And he starts out with a miss in this one. Here's Finney-Smith. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Shooting 1. That's it.
And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a
Wow, hammering it in!
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
Doncic outside, takes a 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. That's 10 points for Luka Doncic.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Feeds it to George. They get it again. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. George has got his second basket.
You simply have got to respect Paul George's anticipatory skills there. The long body, the quick reactions. What a nice play, Kevin.
Curry, he can't hit that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
And Doncic gets it to go.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Outside, George. Porzingis with the rebound.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. 9-point game. There's the pass to Zubac. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Curry. Doncic dishes to Curry. And too long on the shot.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, just a little too physical out there right now. That's already his second foul.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. And Beverly kicks to George. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Doris, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
The first one falls. Mavericks making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. Both free throws good from Green.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. And you look at Luka Doncic, 6'7", about 220, Doris. Is he a point guard, a point forward? I mean, where's he fit?
Well, I think in today's modern NBA, where we talk about positionless basketball, he's the perfect fit regardless of where you put it. He can defend wings, he can defend forwards, and offensively, you want him to be in command of the basketball.
So he gets them both.
There's so much to like about Luka Doncic, but perhaps the best thing is he can contribute in every aspect of the game, scoring, rebounding, passing, you name it.
Here's Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. 10 points for Leonard.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Here's Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either. Clippers trail by 7.
Get the perimeter!
The second effort. In deep, Leonard drops it in. Leonard's got 12.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Hardaway passes to Doncic. Back to Hardaway. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Boy, this guy just finds ways to score. Tim Hardaway Jr. able to finish with contact.
Outside, George. And the layup falls. 6 points for him.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Kleba, the pass to Marjanovic. Now, Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Kleba, no good. And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 5. And that one's good, Shamet.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
The high post shot, and it's off the back rim, no good. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. It's Williams with the drive, and he banks in the layup. And now just a 1-point Maverick lead. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Doncic. Makes the most of the high percentage shot.
Well, the tight handle allows Luka Doncic to make the pretty move off the bounce.
Passes it to Leonard. Shoots a fader. That one does not go. It puts him at 5 for 9 from the field.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Yep, that one goes. Now it's a 5-point Maverick lead. And here is Los Angeles now. Bounce pass from Williams. With the fadeaway. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And here is Wright. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Doncic against Williams. Nice D from Doncic.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Kleba, no good.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Luka Doncic right now cooking. This guy's got his rhythm, and he's making it hard on the defense.
Pass to Leonard. Outside for George. They can't stop the run with that one. Mavericks leading by 9. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Right outside. The pass to Marjanovic. Now, Wright. He's covered by Leonard. Wright, the pass to Marjanovic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Hardaway kicks to Wright. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The numbers in their favor. Here's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Dallas.
Doncic against Williams. Takes a shot at the elbow. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 22 points for Luka Doncic.
building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now George. From deep three-point range. Got it to fall! It went down! He got it to fall!
He did it!
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress of the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor, very difficult to slow down.
And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Reggie Jackson out there with Williams. Then it's Green. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Shamet in at the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. And the ability to stretch the floor from the power forward spot doors becoming almost a requirement. That's worked out well for Marcus Morris.
Boy, when he comes into the league, Kevin, 2011, he was viewed as that classic tweener. That at one point was a negative level. The game has now shifted his direction because of his versatility.
Morris, no good on the free throw. A lot of players have taken their game to another level. A lot of improvement they've done individually. Any surprises that have caught your eye, Doris, over the years?
Yeah, I would say probably maybe the greatest single individual leap I've ever seen is by the reigning most improved player, and that's Pascal Siakam. Couldn't get in the rotation consistently in the postseason, and then became such an integral part of an NBA championship team. Kemba Walker, who is an all-star caliber player, all-NBA level guy, continues to stay in the lab and keep improving. So a ton of guys, Domantas Sabonis, another young big who's been incredible. Just great to see guys progress. What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Williams against Barea. Williams passes to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Ivica Zubac has checked in for JaMychal Green, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. And that one falls for Jackson. And for the last half-decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Here's Finney Smith. He has 5. Burke can't get it to go. Morris outside. Pass to Zubac. Jackson kicks to Zubac. And here's Morris for 3. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
Barea, the pass to Kleba. Now here's Burke, guarded by Jackson. Barea, that's a two-pointer. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Porzingis with the block.
This guy's showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Curry's checked in for the Mavericks. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Outside Jackson. 6 to shoot. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. The free throw drops for Jackson.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Burke kicks to Porzingis. Cans it from downtown. Porzingis has got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Here's Jackson. The Mavericks pull it in. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Curry. That's 12 points for Porzingis.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Zubac fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
Oh, that's great insight. Shamet kicks to Beverly. Floats one, and the layup is up and in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Burke with it, working on Zubac. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Timeout.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Sign him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Lights out shooting from three-point land is nothing new to these guys. The league's most accurate shooting guards from long range in the season's second half. You look at Curry, dangerous player from three-point land, a great talent with a great release.
These guys are gunners. I mean, they've got the green light at all times because of their three-point shooting. I mean, they are cash money.
You don't want to get into a three-point contest with any of these players. The range we see among that group is beyond belief. Even against the tightest of coverage, no shot is a bad shot for any of them.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. Over to the left wing. Curry against Beverly. Oh, Moore's in position.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Now here's Burke, guarded by Jackson. Passes to Curry. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And he's just had one attempt at the line earlier.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Landry Shamet. And the free throw is good, now leading by one.
You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his fourth rebound in this one. Jackson misses.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Burke, the pass to Curry. Great D that time from Leonard.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And that one's good. Beverly. And the Clippers lead by 3.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here's Burke, currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Jackson, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. He hits both from the stripe.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Here's Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
George looking over the floor. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And the pass to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. He dishes it to Doncic. With some arc. And the rejection by Zubac. George against Wright. George, no good.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. Leonard's got 14 points.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Marjanovic finds Doncic.
Come get it, come get it.
Fade away. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket, shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And it's Leonard missing. And it's Wright with the ball for the Mavericks. They trail by 1. Hardaway with a wide open look. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
How about the timing from Hardaway Jr., looking very comfortable taking shots after catching the pass.
Outside Leonard. Right against George.
Jackson!
That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's now 11 points for George. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Here's Doncic, and he makes that one. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Jackson looking it over. Lets a floater go. Here's George, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Porzingis.
See, I don't think you can teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness.
The Clippers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. The first free throw is good.
Boy, when you look at the numbers and the impact for Paul George, there is no question he's been in the MVP conversation. The outside shooting, the ability to attack the rim, and the force he is on the defensive end, just so impressive.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Zubats. Lou Williams is subbed in for Morris. Andors with George, and his offense last season might have been his best effort yet.
Yeah, Kevin, he had to take on more responsibility on the offensive end, and you could tell he has shot more and more threes. He gives his team a much-needed outside threat. You loved everything Paul George is able to give you.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
To the inside. Over in the corner, Doncic. With the floater, whistle blows, bucket is good.
Shot's good.
He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
That's good. Hit.
Well, all
Shooting
night
one.
he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Out of Würzburg, Germany, undrafted Maxi Kleber with a strong start, Doris, to his career.
Incredible to think he grows up in the same small town as Dirk Nowitzki, and he first meets Dirk when he's 12 years old. What an amazing story for them to become teammates on the Mavericks. So cool.
Dallas making a switch here. Berea's checked in. And the free throw, no good.
And not the same rhythm or approach that he had in the first quarter when he was taking it straight to the teeth of the D and really creating contact. Like to see him get back to that here in this quarter.
Switch!
Doncic against Jackson. And Doncic gets it to go.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
George dishes to Green. Outside Williams. Kicks it to George. Shot clock at 6. The shot. And good. as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, how about that killer instinct? Paul George understanding he's got it going right now, very confident in his abilities.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Down low, and George with the stuff.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Here's Doncic. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He keyed their comeback effort. He's the reason they are tied to close out the quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 17 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
The three-point shot has really, really helped them out. I don't always like to see teams rely on the three, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens. Running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. On the floor for Dallas, you've got Luka Doncic, also Seth Curry out there. Marjanovic is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr., and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 slot. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Curry. The 3 ball.
Get it.
They grab their own miss. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Luka Doncic is so clever. This guy able to draw the contact to get himself to the free throw line.
He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
That free throw good from Doncic. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. All free throws good from Doncic. Here's Beverly. Passes it to Leonard. Over Hardaway. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly. 16 points for Leonard.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pass to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Dishes it to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Good, he hits the jump shot. Curry's got the game tied up here for Dallas. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Finney Smith, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Porzingis is double. And Finney Smith gets it to go. Finney Smith's got 9.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Here's George, and again the Clippers good for 2.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
There is so much to love about Kristaps Porzingis. Over 7 feet, sweet shooting jumper, but aggression. This guy will back down from no one.
And he knocks down the first one. And Doris, Porzingis not only quick to adapt to the NBA game, but also the culture.
I think it helps, Kevin, that he got tutored in the English language starting in grade school. And think about it, Kevin. This man wore his hair in cornrows back then, emulating the NBA players he saw. So both linguistically, culturally, and basketball-wise, it wasn't too big an adjustment for him.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
George passes to Leonard. Over Hardaway. Again, Los Angeles.
This is where the release point on Kawhi Leonard's jumper makes a difference. That's beautiful.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Beverly against Doncic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And hard to believe that gruesome injury Paul George suffered, what was it now, 5 years ago? Wow.
It's incredible, Kevin, to think for a player to come back from what we expected to be a devastating injury. This is an incredible story for Paul George. He took the time he needed, and consider last year, for much of the season, he was very much involved in that MVP conversation.
First one falls for him. All free throws good from Doncic. George with the ball. 19 points in the game. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And the matchup against the Nuggets, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
That free throw good from George.
Well, you love the energy out there. Paul George is an extremely confident, extremely versatile player, and he brings a great level of activity to both ends.
And both free throws good for Paul George. Dallas has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And Dallas calls their first timeout of the game.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Here's a look at some stats for Kristaps Porzingis. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable, averaging about 23 points per, 11 rebounds, and he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Dallas moving the ball around. Now the pass to Doncic. Over Beverly, and Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 41.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
Here's Beverly. Oh, that's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Landry Shamet checked in for the Clippers. Here's Zubac. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. 5 on the clock. Morris goes to the fadeaway and cans it. Morris has got it all tied up now for the Clippers. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Outside Hardaway. No good from outside. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. They get it back. Zubac. Porzingis with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Curry wide open, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists now in this one. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Los Angeles. Morris outside. And the 3 ball is good. Morris has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Pass to Shamet. Over Hardaway. And it's Shamet missing. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Doncic. Back to Hardaway. Doncic outside. They double him with George. Beyond the arc. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Porzingis.
Well, make no mistake, Paul George is a physical guy. He will not shy away from contact on these moves.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. A different look for the Clippers. JaMychal Green comes in for Ivica Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Dallas, Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis, and it's Burke in for Hardaway. And both free throws good for Paul George.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Burke looking over the floor. He kicks it to Doncic. Williams comes with a double team. Outside Curry. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. LA has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Williams with a clean look. Nailed from 3-point land. Williams has got his third bucket of the night.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources, and you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
Curry passes to Finney-Smith over Williams. Doncic trying to get open, and Dallas again with the bucket. And here is Williams. 7 points in the game. From downtown, Kleba with the rebound. The Mavericks leading. Finney-Smith kicks to Curry. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Doncic. He's guarded by Williams. Doncic against Green. The pass to Finney-Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Williams passes to Morris. Good for his 9th make and just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
It's really clear to me that Marcus Morris has an unshakable belief in his ability to score at will.
Now, Doncic, 43 points in the game. Offensive rebound. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Mavericks lead by 4. Bounce pass from Williams. Here's Shamet. Burke grabs the miss. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. Finney-Smith passes to Burke. Outside Curry. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Lou Williams.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
And he makes the first. And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Wright comes in for Doncic. And Barea subbed in for Curry. Burke hits them both. Here's George. He's got 23. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Barea. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's stolen by Morris. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. And it goes down 2 points. Burke with it. Uncovered. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Burke's got 4 points this quarter. Clippers trail by 6. Jackson finds Morris. Here's George. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
Well, you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Right, the pass to Burke, and here is Marjanovic. Dallas moving the ball around. Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Count it. Burke's got 8.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
And the rejection by Marjanovic. Over to the wing. Barea with a wide open look. Gets a very good look and converts. And now an 8-point Maverick lead. Los Angeles has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. George against Wright. The shot by George, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's the 3, and it's Wright missing. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
The Clippers grab the miss. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Williams, and the rejection by Marjanovic. The wide open look here for Wright. The three-pointer, no good. Clippers trail by 8. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Two.
And the first one at the line is good. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Morris. The Mavericks also with a sub. Hardaway's checked in for Trey Burke. And George drops them both.
Really getting after the defense since the break. He's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
Right with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Pass to Hardaway. Paul George with the steal. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Kevin, terrific activity from Paul George. Sticks his long arms in and mucks up the passing lanes.
Here's Barea. Green with the block. Over Wright. No good. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He has never been better. This is the most points he's scored in his career, and he is looking to add to it. Back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Jackson is out there with Williams, and it's Green in at the center position.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. And so Jackson nails both of them. The Mavericks leading. To the paint. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just leave it at the rim and let the big man do the rest. KP with the nice finish.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Passes it to Williams. Fader on the way. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. Dallas shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Outside, Porzingis launches it. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George has got 8 rebounds in this game. Outside, Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Over Porzingis. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Here are the Mavericks now. The lead is 2 to the middle. Right, left side. Jackson against Barea. Here's Porzingis. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Amazing when you're 7'3" with great instincts. You create an opportunity to get the putback. Nice work, Kristaps Porzingis.
Outside, George. Porzingis with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Wright. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Lou Williams. Free throw drops for Wright. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Reggie Jackson. And so Wright nails both of them. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Hardaway against George. Pass to Zubac. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Barea. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
I'll tell you, don't let the diminutive size fool you. This guy is not intimidated and can get his shot in the painted area.
Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
Oh, Kevin, that is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Here's Kleba, guarded by Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
That free throw good from Barea.
And you never doubt this guy's enthusiasm or his love for the game of basketball. To me, it's what makes Barea the kind of guy you root for.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And then for Dallas, Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleba. And Doncic is subbed in for Wright. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's George.
No shot! Right there!
Goes up on the high post and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
Porzingis against Zubac. Inside, Finney-Smith. And he gets it to go. Finney-Smith's got 19 points.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. And Dallas with a change here, too. Curry's checked in. And here's Beverly. Clock at 6. Outside Leonard. There's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Leonard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's Doncic. Hardaway from outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Morris, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Curry deciding where to go with it. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Leonard brings the double team. No good from Finney-Smith.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Curry passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
You know, Kev, I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Curry, pass to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
It hasn't mattered the scheme or the defender. Kristaps Porzingis is simply cooking right now.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Leonard against Hardaway. Here's Curry. Morris with the rebound.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Down low, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Dallas leading by 3. Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Doncic outside. Poked away, and it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Dallas calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And a chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
To the inside, Doncic with the steal. Here's Finney Smith, covered by Morris. And the shot goes in.
Listen, we all know Luka Doncic can score, but equally impressive to me is his playmaking ability.
And the Clippers call time here. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
You've got to take a timeout, take a breath, and come up with a plan for how to stop this guy.
Morris kicks to Zubac. Shamet on the wing. Back to Zubac. Pass to Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he's turned himself into a tremendous 3-and-D role player. Beverly's jump shot has become a strong suit on offense.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. 29 points for Porzingis.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Zubac kicks to Morris. Wants to get it to Shamet and does. Porzingis with the block. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. From past the arc, another 3 for Dallas.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now Beverly. There's the dish to Morris. Knocks it loose. Curry with the steal. Passes it to Finney Smith. Another 3 for Dallas.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Clippers trail by 11. Leonard on the wing. And nothing is falling for him right now. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And Doncic gets it to go.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Beverly against Doncic. Pass to Leonard. Drills the three-pointer. Leonard's got 30 points.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
The pass to Finney Smith. It's stolen by Morris. To the paint. Here's Shamet. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. And Finney Smith gets it to go. Finney Smith's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
That's good from Beverly. Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in. Both free throws good from Beverly. Here's Doncic. We've got 1:55 left in the game. And the dunk by Doncic.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Now here's Beverly. Puts it up from 15. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. 1:25 left here in the fourth quarter. Kleba, the pass to Hardaway. 4 on the clock. Here's Doncic. He can't get it to go, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Pass to Morris. Lets it go from 14.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Mavericks.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Luka Doncic.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Shot, high post. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac's with it. The feed to Beverly. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. KP.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.